Good. What's up, guys? It's the Pharaoh and Original Brad from the Midweek Metal Fest, taking a little time catching up with none other than the Butcher Babies.
Hey.
Henry and Heidi, we got the H crew from Butcher Babies joining us on the couch. Guys, my hat's off to you for Goliath.
Thank you.
I mean, I honestly don't believe the name Goliath is large enough for this album.
Thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
I Smell a Massacre, first single off of it. Outrageous, but there's a story that goes from beginning to end. If you would, tell us a little bit more about that.
For I Smell a Massacre?
For the entire album.
For the whole album, yeah, absolutely. Well, the album itself, Goliath is something that each and every one of us have dealt with in our lives, whether it be a bully or a bad parent, being neglected, maybe bully parents, who knows, just somebody who's held you back and really held you down. And we, in every single one of our lives, we have the opportunity to become like the Goliath, or change and learn from it and make your life better. And I'd say the album as a whole is about the change in your life of, facing that Goliath, but not becoming like it. And I mean, the first single, I Smell a Massacre, it starts off with that. And that song has a very political stance, and it was a perfect song to start the album, and it starts our set as well. It was written immediately after the Sandy Hook incident, and there's a lot of people that say that the problem nowadays is the gun control or the mental health stability, but really it starts in the home. And it starts in the family, and we really think that there is a huge lack of, parents, parental supervision, or parents neglecting their children. That's where it starts. Basically, all it is love. Children need love, and children need to be respected just as adults do. And each and every one of us, we've dealt with, weird crap in our childhood, but we've grown from it and changed because of, for us, a lot of us, it's because of the music, but with I Smell a Massacre, it was going from the mindset of the kid, I think the shooter. It was from the mindset of him, and so for us, that had a very close place in our hearts. So it was a perfect, street track to release.
Now, Heidi, you guys, the first time we saw you, you were unsigned.
Yes.
And I was so impressed by your vocals. But on Goliath, I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, oh my God, where did this woman come from? Because your vocals have grown so much. Your growl is one of the I have said it on air that she has one of the fiercest growls from a female in metal music. Have you done any type of voice lessons or anything like that?
Well, growing up, I was a classically trained singer. But, as I got older and obviously always been influenced by metal, I always wondered how they did that. How did they scream like that? I was an angry teenager and I still couldn't scream like that. But I think I didn't take any lessons. I watched a couple videos online and practiced my ass off for years. It took me about 3 years to learn how to do it correctly, and a lot of it was my lessons took place in my own car driving on Mulholland, screaming at the top of my lungs. And when we first started, I lost my voice for a long time, but it's like a muscle, second nature now.
Well, that.
In your car, on Mulholland?
Yeah.
Well, that scream at the beginning of I Smell a Massacre is it is fierce. It's in your face. It slaps people in the face and gets their attention. And then from the word go, the whole song and the entire album just keeps your attention.
Good.
Original Brad, you got a little bit?
Yeah, we're talking about Goliath album, and it's been recently released, right? I mean, really new, a couple weeks ago. And what's the audience response? What's been the reaction to it so far?
Man, I mean, we couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, every show you see more and more people singing along. They know the words to every song, and it's like, wow, because, we're so used to playing these songs, and nobody knows the words, and now they're all familiar with
the only one people knew before, or the only ones they knew were, Mr. Slow Death and Axe Wound. So people would go crazy during that. But now it seems from the second we start to the second we finish, people are chanting and singing our songs with us. And it's such an incredible feeling. And it's been selling well. I mean, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if...
20 on Heat Seekers.
It was number one.
Yeah.
That was the crazy thing.
Holding it for so long, from the debut to now, just amazing.
It blows my mind. I mean, every single time we think about it, we didn't know. This is something that we, had been writing for a long time, and we didn't know if other people would see the vision and really understand what we're going for. And so the fact that people are starting to grasp, what Butcher Babies is about, it's an incredible feeling. It's unreal. It's something that when we were kids, we dreamed about. So. I feel like I'm living someone else's life.
Yeah, it was that first week too. With all this preparation, all this writing, and getting signed, and going out and touring, and that first week is the sign: are people getting this or not? And we didn't want to know what the results were. And even when we were told, you want the good news, we're like, no, we don't want to hear about it. So when we heard, we were blown away.
Yeah.
Inspiring, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you've also recently signed with, what was the name of the label?
Oh, we're with Century Media. We signed with them last November.
And how's that been going for you guys?
Perfect.
They're great.
The great thing is about Century Media, they gave us full creative control on our album. So everything you hear on Goliath is us. Songs weren't written for us and given to us to perform. This was us, from the music, the lyrics, to the artwork, to the preparation. Everything was us. And they were very, they believe in what we were going for, and they just said, go for it. And to us, that's the best thing that a label can do for a musician.
That is good. A little change of pace here. Last time I saw you was in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, yeah. We have a very special place in our hearts.
You haven't been riding in the back of Penske trucks anymore.
We thought about that. Now that we're down in this part of the country, we're like, man,
should we
you know what?
just bring it back to the old days?
Yeah, should we just turn off the air conditioning?
Should open your show.
Yeah, should we just
have a Penske truck?
No, we'll just
back in,
just jump
exactly.
out.
up and jump out.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have better shows if we do that. If we just put that kind of pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, Huntsville holds a very special place in our hearts. We got pulled over right before the show, and we thought everyone was going to jail. They open up the back of the Penske truck, and we're all camped out there hiding like little kids, and they're like,
Actually, we were just waiting for our transmission to go out so we can relive that whole
No,
scenario.
don't knock on fucking wood.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, you got more?
Yep. All right, guys. Now, you're on Mayhem Fest right now. It's going to wrap up in about a month and a half. What is...
No,
Wraps up in like 4 days.
4 days.
That's
We're
it?
done. Yeah, we're on the tail.
Y'all aren't doing the full thing?
Well, it's done.
It is the full thing.
That's the full thing. It's done.
Oh, shit. We're that far
Yeah, how
down
many shows?
deep
4
into
of
it.
us? Yeah. That's it.
So what's in store after Mayhem for Butcher Babies?
We have a couple things in the works that we can't say yet, but a couple things that we can talk about. We are doing Aftershock. It's a big festival in Sacramento, California. It's a 2-day thing. Yeah,
Crazy.
and we're on with, it's
Yeah.
so exciting. We're on September 14th with Korn, Megadeth, Testament, In This Moment, Skillet, just so many big bands. And then we're playing Rob Zombie's Great American Nightmare, which we're really excited about. This is on October 26th, and we're playing with Motionless in White and Ghost Town. And that one is especially exciting because we, as a band, we've been together for about 4 years and haven't played a legit Halloween show. We crashed a house party one time and asked to use their instruments, and they let us, but we haven't actually played a real one, so we were prepping for this one already.
Very cool. So an actual Halloween show, touring with the dead man himself, Motionless in White. I mean, I think that right there is just a perfect combination for you guys.
Thank you. It will.
OB, you got anything else?
Sure. I can think of something. All right. Okay. I hate to bring it up, but I noticed this time you're a lot more clothed than you have been in the past when I've seen you.
What's up with
And
that?
what was
I
the...
mean,
I'm not complaining. The
more
music still kicks
clothes.
ass.
Basically, I was wearing something like this, but with tape underneath it, so pretty much clothed the exact same, but just a little bit more coverage, I guess you could say. The thing is that this band started as an ode to Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics, which Wendy O. was the first female in heavy metal, and she had a single called Butcher Baby. That's where the name Butcher Babies came from, and she used to wear the nipple tape. And for us, you know, we really wanted to start the band that way and go out with a big FU to the music business and their cookie cutter bullshit. You know, sorry, I'm probably not supposed to swear, but we just wanted, you know, we really wanted to go out there and just, it was more of a punk rock vibe. And I mean, to be honest, we got tired of it. I mean, I'd been doing it for about 6 years, you know, because I was in a band prior to this, and we did it in that band too. So I was just really tired of it. My nipples hurt. So I'm just, you know, I want to go out, and this is hot weather, and it would definitely fall off in this weather. And so, you know, bye, Felicia, to the nipple tape.
You know, just for the record, I was shirtless that entire tour, and now I'm wearing a vest. So I appreciate you guys for noticing. Really, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, the music, this I got to see 2 songs before we had to come back here, and it still kicked ass.
Well, thank
so,
you.
I think I shot 2,000 pictures in 2 songs.
Wow. I can't
You're
wait to see them.
Intense.
I'm excited to see them.
Now, guys, you I don't even know what to say, because I've sat down, talked with you guys in a small venue setting. Now you're playing
Doesn't
a
get any
huge,
bigger than this.
huge festival. I mean, I think it's great. It shows that the music industry is actually wising up
Yes.
and rewarding the bands that work, the bands that put out the effort, that aren't doing the cookie cutter bullshit.
Right.
Goal.
And
our goal.
that's
Thank
what
you for noticing.
I love about Butcher Babies, because you guys are the furthest thing from cookie cutter that I have ever seen. Looking forward to more from Butcher Babies. We're wrapping it up here at Mayhem Fest 2013. We're about to go in, watch the main stage, watch the dead man himself just tear it up.
You're in for a treat, too.
Stay tuned to the Midweek Metal Fest for more coming up to you guys. Keep it locked.